All right, so it's the first 10 days of the month. You know what that means? Oh, Billy detox. Billy's not, I don't drink anymore. All right, I'm off the sugar. I'm off caffeine. No recreational fucking the occasional hit of weed, which I'm kind of psyched. Like, I'm kind of not into weed anymore. Although, New Year's Eve, I took too many hits of something, and I was just fucking sitting there going like, I don't like this. Like, weed to a certain point is great, and then once you go beyond, it's like worse than alcohol in a way. Because alcohol, you're like, you don't even know what you're doing. Whoever that is, alcohol, too much alcohol is bad for people around you. Too much weed is bad for you. I was just sitting there like, I couldn't say anything to anybody other than like, hey man, what's going on? Happy New Year. I was just going like, dude, I am like really high. I'm like too high right now. And people will laugh and go, that's good that you admitted it. Rather than trying to ride it out. Yeah, I was like reaching out for help. I just sat at this fucking table for like the last 15 minutes of 2022. When you're just sitting there, you're on the rocket ship going like, all right, have we reached cruising altitude? I guess I was still going up. Fucking Chuck Yeager. So, which was not how I wanted to start the fucking year. I'm too fucking old to start the year feeling like shit. All right, so, I don't know, underrated. Going to bed at 9:30 on New Year's Eve. You're old. Nobody's fucking you. Go to bed. If you're young, by all means, get out there and have a good time. Put on your fucking hat and have a fucking great time. But if you're me, right? And society is done with, I'm sliding into my society is done with me years. And I'll be honest with you, I'm going to embrace it. You know what I mean? I think I'm going to slowly enter my putzing around town years. I'm going to get myself a sweater, I'm going to do that thing, where old people, they walk down the street and all of a sudden they just look at a storefront and they just stop and they start looking at it. Like reading the sign or whatever the fuck it is that what are they, remembering what it used to be? I remember you could shoe your horse right here. There was a blacksmith. Once this town got rid of the blacksmith, it all went downhill. Yeah, I'm going to putz around town. I love doing these 10-day detoxes, though. I will tell you, I am going to smoke a cigar today because it is, I'm going to watch the Winter Classic, and I haven't had a cigar in 11 days. So I'll have a cigar today, but I'm not going to have one. I don't know when I'll have one next. I kind of really don't smoke anymore, which I really enjoy. I probably have one. I had 2 cigars in November, and I had 3, kind of 2.5 in December, which is fucking great for me because I used to have like 35. So, yeah, I kind of have it like down, like where it needs to be. So, and then my coffee drinking, right? I absolutely, fell in love with coffee this past year. And like most things I fall in love with, I then do them too much, which is a good thing. If it's like going to the gym or playing drums or, doing stand-up, that's a good thing. But if it's a bad thing like coffee, I start doing, what the fuck I ended up, when I come back after my 10-day detox, right? I'll get myself a cappuccino and I'm like, oh God, this is fucking delicious. And I just sit there and I sip it and I enjoy it. And then like 15 days later, it becomes like an everyday thing. And what I do is I get a double espresso and then I get a cappuccino to go, right? And then I do that for like 3 days in a row. And on the 4th day, I wake up and I just have this anxiety. And I walk around going like, what the fuck is this? And it's just like, you know what it is, Bill? You're a fucking lunatic. and you're drinking too much coffee. But then the first 10 days of the month comes up, and you know what happens is my anxiety, because of so much fucking caffeine that I put in myself like a fucking idiot, is I usually stop drinking coffee 2 or 3 days before the end of the month. So I'm kind of going like half the month not drinking it. But, you know, the way I drink coffee is why I stopped drinking alcohol. Because I have this weird thing where it's like, I really think addiction is it's a spectrum. Like, it isn't either you are or you aren't. I just have that thing. If I'm doing it, I'm fucking doing it. But then I can just stop. I don't have to get a sponsor and eat donuts and smoke cigarettes and fucking tell my stories in front of a bunch of other people, you know what I mean? With yellow fingers and brown teeth. I don't need to do that. I can just, on my own, be like, all right, I've had enough of that. I'm doing this too much. Just stop. I'm not going to lie to you. It does suck for like 3-4 days, and then I'm fine. Except for coffee. Coffee, I can just stop it, and you know what it is? Is the second I stop, the next day, my old man nap comes back because I don't have any caffeine in me. And once I take that old man nap, I'm like, oh yeah, this is what life is supposed to feel like. Underrated, an old man nap. And don't be, if you're in your 20s and you're feeling a nap, don't fight it. Give into it. Take a fucking nap. It's good for you. When you're young, you think, oh my God, this means I'm old or whatever. It doesn't. Just listen to your fucking body. Just fucking take a fucking nap. It's the best. It's the best. You wake up. It's like a brand new day again. You know? And you're right as rain until Wheel of Fortune comes on. At least at my age. Right around Wheel of Fortune, I start yawning and I start looking at my watch. You know, although that is one of the best parts of the day for me, is from like 5 to 8:30, 9 o'clock every single day. I hang out with my kids. Either 5:30, 6 o'clock, depends on how busy my day is. I spend that last like 2.5, 3 hours with them. And what I notice about my kids is when we sit down to watch like a movie, they don't sit on the couch as much as they sit on me. They literally climb on me like I'm a fucking jungle gym. And I don't even notice it. I'm just sort of pushing them like down a little bit off to the side. And then they end up back sitting on my daughter will literally like sit on my fucking chest like it's like I'm a chair. And I gotta be like, dude, you're not little anymore. Can you get over there? And she thinks it's fucking hilarious. Or I'll be like laying on the couch where, you know, you do that thing like you look like you're in agony because it's the middle of the day and you're trying to take a nap, so you put your arm over your eyes. She will come running in the room and jump on me, knees first, just to hear me go, ah! And she thinks it's the funniest shit ever. Anyway, but I've been enjoying my time off. I've been spending all kinds of time with my kids, which is fucking amazing. And yesterday I took my wife out for a drive. New Year's Day, I guess. I'm all confused because the Rose Bowl's today. New Year's Day, and I took her out to Malibu, one of my favorite things to do. She loves the ocean. It literally changes her mood. She was already in a good mood. She got to like an even better mood. So that's one of my New Year's resolutions, is to take my wife out to the beach. Who's kidding who? I'll do this like 2 more times and then I'll forget. And I'll get all fucking wound up with life or whatever. I hope I don't, though. That was depressing, wasn't it? Wasn't that sad? Hey, we got some great emails this week. I got to remind you guys, mondaymorningpodcast@gmail.com. That is that's the email. If you want to write in, if you want to give me shit, if you want to do this, what should we do? What shouldn't we have done? Oh, by the way, yeah, I've been playing a bunch of drums, and Billy Bonzo foot, my right foot is back to where it was I've been playing Good Times, Bad Times with the hi-hat going, faking those fucking triplets. I think that I don't dare record myself, but it sounds pretty goddamn good for me. You know, a guitar-centered dad, I think I'm doing all right here. All right, we're going to do some reads here. Oh, by the way, I was fucking babbling this week. You know who's fucking underrated? Kenny Rogers. Rest his soul. That son of a bitch made some great goddamn chicken, didn't he? I fucked up that joke. No, his music. I somehow stumbled on The Gambler, which when I was a kid, they just played it way too many fucking times. It was becoming country's Stairway to Heaven. I was like, if I hear that fucking stupid song one more goddamn time, you know? They used to play the song at weddings. Just because everybody like knew the fucking song. I'd be like a wedding and they would be, you got to know when to hold them. So like, what are we talking about here? Like, we're supposed to be acting like these people are fucking going to be together for the rest of their life and you're playing The Gambler. Know when to fold them. Know when to have a side piece. Know when to be loyal. You never bitch at your wife because she doesn't take responsibility for any of her actions. But you put your feet to the fire. All right. Let's see here. I want to do the background on that. You got to know when to hold them. When to hold them. There's somebody in a fucking Waffle House going, that was me. That was you? What are you doing here in the Waffle House? I was a backup singer. They paid us once and that was it.